Okay, they should be able to go in now.
in there.
She had to reset it.
Oh, one of them. There you go. All right. This is a regular meeting, Board of Navigation and Canal Commissioners, Willis County Navigation District, Wednesday, November 12th, 9 a.m., 100 West Hidalgo, Suite 200, Raymondville. Public notice is given that the commission may go into an executive session at any time during the meeting to discuss matters listed on the agenda, when authorized to do so by provisions of section 418.183 or chapter 551 of the Texas Governmental Code. In the event the commission elects to go into an executive session regarding any other agenda item, presiding officer will publicly announce the section or sections of the Texas Governmental Code authorizing the executive session. First item is review and consideration of previous meeting minutes.
Just for the record, on the special meeting, October 29th, item number 2, where it says that Trevino made a motion to appoint Virginia Lomas as interim business manager. There's a correction in that she's already the business manager. It was more that to be the manager in replacement of the director.
So what? Are you saying she's gonna be interim board director?
Manager.
Yeah, exactly. To take on those responsibilities. That was the motion that I made, not to be a business manager. She's already a business manager. In other words, she'll be the person overseeing, working with us till we get a director.
She's gonna work with all of the construction engineers and construction companies.
And we're gonna help her with that. And we're gonna help her with that
Who's we?
commission. I mean, we have been, right?
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah.
That was my understanding when you said that motion. as well. That's what I understood.
With that said, I make a motion to accept the minutes with the corrections as stated.
Motion made by Commissioner Trevino, second by Commissioner Cavazos. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment. John King.
I have a couple of suggestions for your consideration. Number one, Charles R. Johnson Airport Monument sign needs to be relocated to the brand new, more direct street.
Yeah.
Got stop signs and everything. That would be a heck of a nice improvement. It's a beautiful sign, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't change a thing about it. I would put struts up to prevent wind loads, like the church did. Second suggestion, and there's a new road, as you're probably aware, to the west side of R&R and South RV Parks. It's a fantastic sweeping road, but it has no name. I suggest that you consider naming it the Ron Mills Road. It would be in his.
Actually, that's Navigation Drive. So
It shouldn't, because it was his idea, with his idea. Those are my two suggestions, but there's another suggestion that goes with that particular roadway, and it's to have it contoured for drainage. And also to have a detention pond system. It has that, it just needs to be improved. But when you do that, you have to fence it in to prevent children from getting into it and drowning. So there's a safety hazard involved in any detention pond. system for drainage. Other than that, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Very much. I'm an old Corps of Engineer officer, veteran, so I see a lot of things that could be smoothed up. We've got a checkered road over on, well, never mind. That's another suggestion.
Okay, next item, review and discussion of updates to the WCND PMPUD Personnel Policy Handbook.
Okay, so you all have copies that I've sent over, I think it was Sunday evening. I do have a couple of pages that I'm gonna pass out, and this is a work in progress. I mean, today we'll talk about what you all see, what you all would like to see, any questions you have. In the meantime, I will tell you that I have added, it was pointed out to me that the floating holiday for birthdays was left off of the holidays list. And also I have a more robust child care benefits section. But again, this is still a work in progress. And so I think today is just a discussion and deliberation on what you all think, what we would like to see, and where we take it after this.
I think in our meeting workshop, we discussed that Park Day and we decided we're gonna call it a personal day.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
couldn't remember if we called it personal day or a floating day.
I like personal day.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
They're not allowed to work. Personal day doesn't affect the overtime calculation,
Right.
you know, it's
Yeah, we
get a
discussed,
day off.
yeah,
That's it.
you gotta take it.
Okay, so the consensus is personal day. I'm gonna make some of these changes as we go.
Did somebody said something about bereavement time? Is that in there?
See anything on bereavement?
Mm.
I think that's important.
Yeah, I think it's usually like 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this would be time granted off in addition to
To these.
these.
Unpaid time.
Yeah.
Or immediate family owned,
family.
Right.
no cousins. You'd be off a lot.
Okay,
So it's 3 days. Did I hear someone say unpaid?
Hey.
unpaid, okay.
Excuse me.
Good to know.
Were these the only areas that we had discussed? I thought we had, like, as far as, HR, that area. See that in here? With like the reporting to HR, employee files, that's not included in this one?
Say that again. I'm not-
The HR, I thought this is all we had for the employee handbook that we're correcting, or is there other areas?
That's all I'm adding right now. We're
Okay.
talking about everything that we're gonna correct today. And then we'll bring this back in December for final approval.
She emailed the whole thing to you.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get that one.
Oh, you didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, I've got an extra copy. Yeah, I emailed it Sunday. There's an extra copy. Three days unpaid. Be 3 days.
Correct.
This would be for immediate families. We're talking first, second degree of consanguinity.
Brother, sister, mother, father.
Cousin.
Grandpa,
And then affinity, spouse,
children.
Yeah.
spouse-in-law.
Mhm.
Old handbook. I'm sure you took it out. Each employee is designated as exempt.
I did take that out.
There, no.
Yeah,
There-
no,
Some are, some aren't.
that did come out. Is that?
This is the old one I just had. marked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that came out of the new draft
Okay, good.
because it's,
I don't have the.
Incorrect.
entire printed. draft, so I
well,
don't need it. I'm just asking.
you sure?
questions.
I've got extras.
I just ask.
Okay.
So Allison, right now, just so I understand, we're covering this one right now on holidays.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna go through the rest of the parts later on, or do you foresee any
No,
other
no,
changes?
This is.
This is it for the whole thing.
Which is,
Okay.
yeah, which is why I sent
Okay.
it over weekend.
Okay.
But again, today probably shouldn't be the final approval, but rather
Correct.
it's you tell me what you think. And I mean, if we need to come back again and review it some more. Process, you just want
Sure.
to make sure that you all.
And there's no rush, right, in this? Okay,
Probably need to have it done by the first of the year.
I think we do, first of the year
Yeah.
and also
So we have one more meeting.
whoever the new port director is.
So we discussed in our workshop
Mhm.
and employee benefits retirement program.
Yep.
Currently, WCND is contributing irregardless whether the employee contributes or not. That's my understanding.
Yeah, we had that discussion.
So we've decided that if the employee does not elect to contribute, WCND will not contribute in his behalf either. That was my assumption.
That's what we
I
said, yeah.
remember having a conversation to that effect.
Yeah,
And that we said that it's to the benefit of the employee to
Right.
contribute, because then we would match that.
right. It's an incentive.
Don't contribute.
Incentive.
Yeah.
And that's typical in
Yeah.
industry.
Right.
And, I know we had a discussion on accrued vacation time that people had, accrued quite a bit. And that it was
Was it vacation time or sick time?
Should be
To do with the-
vacation.
was it vacation or sick?
Yes.
That's a good,
Sick time isn't,
it doesn't carry through. Vacation time does accrue.
well, I guess where are you going?
The both of them do.
Yeah,
Because now it's
Yeah.
called.
you gotta put a limit to it.
Right. Employees can request use of paid sick
You go
leave for
10 years without taking a vacation, you take a year off.
Deal is, on the vacation, you can only have twice what your allotted time is. If you're a 3-week person, you can't accumulate more than 6 weeks, which would be equivalent of 2.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is only twice can be accrued. I like that.
Same thing, that's what it said, I believe. I read through it the other day.
Okay, so
Same thing on sick days, 30 days.
okay, so can you kind of walk through that again? So,
I think on the vacation,
Mhm.
you can only accrue and carry forward up to twice what your annual vacation time is.
You have 1 week, you can carry it over in just 2 weeks.
Two.
And then
Yeah.
you gotta,
Okay.
You can't
80
have
hours.
Those two.
It says unused sick leave benefits will be allowed to accumulate until the employee has accrued a total of 30 calendar days worth of sick leave
Right,
benefits.
that's sick, but we're talking vacation.
Okay. So that we're okay with sick leave
Yeah,
up to 30.
and we also said they could reassign that to somebody else.
Yeah, give it to somebody
Put it
needing.
in a bank for
Sure.
Yeah,
your employees,
Right.
utilize in case.
and they've done that before. They've donated their time.
But the way that they donated their time, that changed as well, right? I think I remember seeing something about it being a one-on-one.
Right.
That in here?
Uh, It's not on what I have.
$1 per 1 hour. Before, I think it was like if you were, if you were in a different bracket, you gave him an hour. I don't even know. It was weird. Huh?
Pay?
Yeah, it was based off the pay, right?
Somebody who accrues at a higher rate, their rate's not gonna pass to somebody who accrues at a lower rate.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't see anything else. Did too.
I didn't see anything that limits vacation. Wait,
40 hours.
I
go beyond.
I don't,
It's in there. It's its policy.
I'm reading it right now. I guess I'm missing it. If it's under section 302 vacation benefits.
301, no,
I
benefits,
don't have that page.
vacation benefit, 302.
It might be on 301. Let me see. There's no statement to limits.
In the event that available vacation is not used by the end of the benefit year, employees may carry unused time forward to the next benefit year. If the total amount of unused vacation time reaches a cap equal to 2 times the annual vacation amount, further vacation accrual will stop. When the employee used paid vacation time and brings the available amount below the cap, vacation accrual will begin again.
Where is that?
That's
Right
the
here.
penultimate paragraph under section 302.
302,
And the,
just above.
We don't have any of that.
Where is it? Here?
Good.
Okay, okay, I see it. All right. 2 times the annual vacation. Okay, that's it. Got it. So these are our policies that we're considering to pass in terms of our handbook. And I'm assuming that administration will come up with procedures.
Right,
to
this is an
implement.
overall
Right.
guidance, and administrative procedures may change, just depending. And so putting them all in here, all of the
Yeah.
detail with the retirement and other things. I mean, those are
Those are
issues that would be addressed separately and individually, but referenced in the personnel manual.
correct.
okay.
So, Allison, do we need to approve this or can we have a couple of,
I'm gonna bring this back in December.
okay,
With
for approval?
changes
It's
that.
not an action.
Well,
Oh, it's not?
It is, you don't have to take action.
We don't have to take
Like,
it.
Okay.
well, there's
Yeah,
no-
yeah, I'd like to.
You can postpone it.
Take a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
of,
that's fine.
let's be the first reading and then we'll do that.
That's
that-
perfectly fine.
okay.
Only two things.
But for sure, do it before the year ends.
Yeah,
Only two things I'm gonna ask you. Well, I'll tell you about one thing. We've got the second page, and of course, this will end up table of contents, but we've got the second page with the welcome, and then the third page goes straight into all employees or employees that will and shall have no expectation of continued employment. I mean, it feels kind of jarring to follow the welcome with that, so I may rearrange that section just a little and move it. But otherwise, the only other question I have is on the sick leave. Currently, and you don't have to answer me now, just think about it. But I see that there is a provision on page 13 of the manual. Second paragraph, employees can request use of paid sick leave after completing a waiting period of 180 calendar days. That seems like a long time to me. Just think about it. We can discuss it.
like a probation period.
I don't like that. I know where I work, I earn sick leave as I go into the year. So if I've earned 1 day of sick leave, I
Yeah.
can take that.
And so many hours a week or
Exactly.
whatever, however you want to structure it.
I don't think there should be a waiting period for sick leave.
Yeah, I mean, they accrue. It's just they
Right.
can't use it for 6 months, which is.
No, that's too
seems
much
different from
time.
the enemy. So
Yeah, maybe 90 days.
Yeah.
90, okay.
Mhm.
That's pretty
I think that's
standard.
reasonable.
Mhm.
Great.
I think that's like a universal thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. Well, what I'll do, I mean, obviously email me separately with any other comments and I'll make sure your emails.
Keep it.
You can keep it.
We'll just postpone.
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
action.
No action.
You don't have to take any action on this at all. And we'll bring it back for final reading in December. And between now and then, just send me any other comments. Individually, of course, don't send it to the whole group and we'll address them. So. But
Got any more discussion?
No.
Next item is consideration and adoption of board meeting agenda preparation policy.
okay,
We
so-
pretty much went over that last
Yeah.
job. This looks good.
Yeah, basically, this is just to give a little structure as far as who puts things on the agenda, how do they get on the agenda, how do we handle emergency items, deadlines for submission.
You want to sign
The
that?
intent is not to give any
Sign that one.
veto power, but rather
It's the process.
it's the process and it does allow for,
Same one you got.
let's see. Um, let's see. It does allow for edits to submitted items, not for content, but just for style and clarity.
Is there a form, Allison, that you suggest?
Stacy had mentioned.
Yeah, because at work, if I put something on the agenda, there's a form that gives detailed information of why, what the agenda item
Yeah,
would look like.
yeah,
It may be wordsmithed afterwards to meet
Yeah.
legal,
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree.
Okay.
We'll do that. And like I said, Stacy mentioned that a long time ago. I agree. The non-emergency items submitted after the submission deadline, provides that the executive port director in consultation with the board chair can approve when warranted by time sensitive circumstances, sufficient supporting documentation, minimal impact on agenda preparation, or when the matter involves significant public interest or operational necessity. So gotta have some structure in here. This isn't meant to give veto power, but I mean, if reasonably, if something comes in at 1 o'clock on the Wednesday preceding board meeting, and it's not gonna hurt to add it, and it's complete and it's thorough and it's a simple addition. I mean, I don't see that there's any need to disallow it. Right? It's a case by case basis, of course. So you'll have to let me know what you think about that.
I'm sorry, I was reading when you were talking. Allison, can you summarize your statement again?
Yeah,
Was that on item number 4?
that's no.
Or
three.
on 3? Okay, submission,
3A
okay,
is
got it.
just Simply to provide some structure as far as late submissions
Late-
for the agenda.
Okay,
It is not meant to give veto
Sure.
power arbitrarily. It's just simply, look, if something comes in at 1 o'clock on Wednesday and it's ready to be included and adding it is not a big deal, high public interest.
Sure.
Then
okay,
it is up to the port director and board chair, but I'm just
Mhm,
saying that
mhm.
it's,
We need to be flexible.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
yeah.
That makes sense. This is an action item.
Yeah,
I make a motion that we accept the board meeting agenda preparation policy as presented.
a motion made by Commissioner Trevino,
Okay.
second by Commissioner Reyes, all in favor,
Aye.
all opposed, motion carried. Not working?
Mm-mm.
We usually-
Let's pause. Break.
I don't know how to operate it, so sorry. You pass that down to Allison.
Okay.
I don't know how to operate it, so push a button, it might blow up. Says it's working. Right?
No, we could,
Live up there.
It's recording.
That says we're live.
Look at it on your phone.
yeah, I was gonna say, let's,
Okay, we're gonna move on. Planning discussion regarding sale of waterfront lots 26 through 78. I'm not sure that's the right numbers. We went through them yesterday with Sue over at the court office, and what I'd really like to propose is to get a survey and just survey the 4 corners on each end, so we know exactly how many lots are in between there. There's somewhere between 32 and 38, so we're not sure, because I've got with Letty this morning. We're trying to find out what the lot numbers were for the old fish processing plant, and those records are old. So I think if we do a survey and just mark the corners on each end, then we'll give us a better idea of how many lots we have in between there. That makes sense?
just to mark the boundaries.
Yeah, just the,
Isn't that what you showed me the
Yeah.
other day?
mm-hmm. They start somewhere right in here. We know where they start. I think it's lot 27. But we know where it ends because we don't have an accurate plat of where the fish plant was at. And I want to make sure that we know exactly what we're talking about before we start trying to sell these lots.
Okay, so what you're asking is to get it surveyed?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then we'll talk about pricing and all that. So
after the survey?
Yeah,
So we have people that are interested, right? This is why we're bringing this up.
right.
Okay, you did mention that there were 25 foot lots there.
They're 25 foot wide and
Combined.
235 foot long,
Currently,
230 foot, which is, sounds like a lot of property, but if you figure the square footage on it, it's actually less square footage than the lots in the Newport subdivision. About 500 square feet.
It's in that little green area? Is that what
Yeah.
you were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Not
they're-
all that green area.
But they're waterfront property.
Yeah, but it's waterfront.
Yeah.
You know, the lots over in Eastport, those were 80 foot lots. Well, some of them were 70 and some of them are 80. And those sold for 60,000. So these, you'd have to buy at least 3 lots, which would give you 75 feet.
And these are designated as commercial?
It's commercial residential. We changed that in one of our workshops when we were going over all the lease stuff. We got a lot of properties just sitting, not being used.
And they've been there forever.
Yeah,
So what you're asking for is to approve a survey, to get a survey?
yeah.
And make that motion.
A motion made by Commissioner Trevino, second by Commissioner Cavazos. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. All right. Consideration, discussion regarding the selection of a realtor for the Newport subdivision. I think we have some folks here that want to talk to us.
Did we end up sending something out to everybody?
Hmm?
Did we end up sending something out
Yeah.
to all the other realtors?
How many realtors you send out?
Because I checked, I asked a few realtors that I know and they said they didn't receive anything.
I sent, that were mentioned, email and regular mail.
I think there was a few that were missed.
And, Kim Rains, Alisa, Knight, Bussy.
Um,
And
that was-
advertise it? Did we put it out on our,
no,
No, I think we should do that.
so we just sent to certain ones.
the Williston County
Realtors.
realtors who have dealt with Fort Mansfield property. If you want to send them to everybody in RGV, we can do that.
Yeah.
Well, there, I mean, but there was a few that were
Have
missed. That wasn't every,
two.
I don't think that's
Yeah, we
fair.
have two. Let's hear.
Showed up. Let's listen to them. Go ahead.
Here?
No, you can go to the podium. Thank you.
Got some notes so I don't miss anything. Thanks for the opportunity to represent Port Mansfield Real Estate and the consideration to be the listing representative for phase 1 of the Willacy County Navigation District lots. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Megan Knight. I operate Port Mansfield Real Estate as a DBA under my sponsoring broker. I'm a 13-year Port Mansfield permanent resident. In 2012, my family and I were living in Houston and we were looking for a change and we knew we wanted to stay on the coast. So we got on Google and started looking at all the Texas coastal cities and we found Port. We saw the East Cut and we were like, that looks really awesome and we need to get there. So shortly after that, we brought our RV down and fell in love. It was everything we hoped for. We packed our bags and have been here ever since. At that time, my kids were 5, 7, and 8, and we were quickly welcomed and got to participate in everything in Port Mansfield that everyone loves about the place. The hay rides for trick-or-treaters, the annual Port Mansfield beach cleanup, the PMFT tournament, golf cart rides, and of course the hunting and fishing. So we became heavily vested, not just in Port Mansfield, but in Willacy County, period. My son graduated high school from San Perlita. He runs duck guides every season, every winter. My oldest daughter graduated from Raymondville 2 years ago. My youngest is a senior at Raymondville this year. My parents live in Lyford. Both sets of my in-laws live in Port Mansfield. I'm a local realtor. My daughter works at Blues Chill and Grill. My husband is a part of the volunteer fire department and he's a general contractor. And he's set to be building a house on Eastport Drive really soon. They're still working on the prints for that. So we're really, really vested in the community through not just lifestyle, but business and service as well. That commitment is kind of what inspired me to grow Port Mansfield Real Estate, to help the people discover and invest the same way that I did when I found it on a map almost 14 years ago. I am active in MLS. I belong to both the Rio Grande Valley Multiple Listing Service and the Central Texas MLS, which kind of gives my listings broad exposure, but keeps things locally as well. So part of what sets Port Mansfield Real Estate apart is my marketing and online, both online and locally. I'm currently ranked #1 on both Google Maps and Apple Maps. So Google, the way that they set their listings up on a local map system, it's called a Google Local Pack. And that has to be a verified, trusted source. They only list 3 and I'm #1. So in 2 years, I've climbed to the top of the ranks against like big box companies like Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia. So I have the ability to reach a lot of people. So 85% of internet searches are done through Google. So if you're Googling anything Port Mansfield real estate related, whether that's Port Mansfield real estate specifically or houses for sale in Port Mansfield, you will find me. And that's really, really essential for organic authority without me paying any ads to maintain that ranking. Another thing that's really unique about my website is I pay and subscribe to what's called an IDX feed, which is an internet data exchange feed. That feed allows me to pull real-time data from all of the local MLS's listings, not just mine, but all of the other listings included. So it gives buyer access to up-to-date information directly from the MLS. Whenever I decided to set my company up, I realized really quick that presentation and branding were equally as important as my performance. So with that being said, I decided that every one of my listings would get a custom timber framed sign that looks really clean, it looks really professional, and it holds up to the Port Mansfield wind and the weather, which was really, really important. And also because I'm a full-time local, I'm always available, whether that's showing a property on a Sunday afternoon, which I have done on Easter, or just meeting a buyer for a last minute trip. I realize that's really important to be available. People come in and they want to shop on a whim. They're there for a tournament and you've got to be available, at a moment's notice to do that. Lastly, I wanted to say, like, I understand that the district right now is preferring a single agent model, but I also kind of see the value in allowing multiple local realtors to share or rotate the listings to maximize exposure for Willacy County. I truly believe that any realtor here would do a great job. I've worked with most of them. They're all dedicated professionals. With that being said, if that's not something that the district is interested in, I would love to represent the Willacy County Navigation District through Port Mansfield Real Estate.
Go back to what you said about multiple realtors.
How would that work?
Explain that a little bit more.
No, exactly. Like I would have to talk to my broker, but I mean, I just kind of feel like if you gave everybody, like, you split the lots up and you said, okay, Elisa, Misty, Megan, we're going to split all 34 of them 5 ways or however many realtors you choose to pick, and just let us all kind of market those 6 individually. Then everybody gets a chance at it. And we all market different ways. Some agents are really active on social media platforms, so you could get a lot of exposure there. I pull the IDX feed, like I said, on my website. So that's a lot of exposure. I just kind of wondered if that was something that you guys had even considered or talked about, or why you wanted to do it.
Somebody mentioned that to me here last week. So why don't you, instead of just picking one realtor, give them 5 or 6 lots to this realtor and to this realtor? And
I didn't know if there was like something that was that I was missing that would be more advantageous for you guys to do that. It was just a recommendation, and like I said, we all kind of market different ways. So I thought maybe, if we want to get the lot sold, that might be the best way to do it.
yeah, okay.
So we discussed that on the lots the lots that we're selling. right
Eastport.
Yeah,
now.
that's,
Yeah, we discussed that at one time.
I don't remember discussing that part of it, but I have a question. So if we pick one or a multiple and we split up the lots, what if somebody from San Antonio wants to come buy a piece of property? Do they have to go to those realtors or can they bring their own realtor?
No, it's MLS, so
Okay, right, the buyer can choose, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so our understanding is we wanted someone to be proactive, promote,
right.
try to get those things, so.
I think signage, like right now is the most important thing, because nobody knows that they're for sale, you know, unless they call and say, hey, Megan, I'm looking for an unimproved lot. But I mean, like, we see a lot of traffic on the weekends from fishing tournaments and
Right.
stuff like that, and that there's no signs, you know, so.
I
And
like,
they're not online. I mean, the MLS, you know, it reaches far and wide, so,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing. It definitely needs to be online so that you can get them sold.
and what's the going percentage rate for selling property, right?
It's usually 6%,
Yeah.
right? So, I always fight, the listing agent usually gets 3, and then the buyer's agent gets 3%. That's always negotiable.
Yeah.
But I always, it's historic that the seller's agent, so the listing agent, pays for the buyer's agent fees. I always fight for that extra commission, for the other side of the transaction, always. So it's always negotiable, though. It's not a set rate
Sure.
that anybody is required to pay.
Well, you spend a lot of time advertising. And
Yeah.
advertising is not cheap.
Yeah, for sure. The feed that I pull from on my website is very expensive. But I reach a lot of people that way. Like, my website host, I can get on and track like my analytics. So I see where the traffic comes from all over the United States. And I pull a lot of traffic every month through that feed and stuff, and I can monitor all of it. But that costs, you know, any type of advertisement and marketing, you're gonna pay for it. So
Yeah, I'm interested in learning more about having multiple realtors as you suggested and how, what would be the mechanics of that? I mean,
You'd have to
sure.
draw numbers or
Yeah.
lots or something. You get these 5,
randomly just say lots 5, 10, 50, whatever it is.
yeah,
That's,
divide them up.
Albert,
yeah. What are the pros and cons to that?
here's the thing, though, gotta have the realtors first. So we have 2, right?
Mhm. That are here.
Yeah.
We'll split them up.
Yeah.
You think that's gonna get them to come to sell 5 when they could come and sell 35?
Well, that's true.
No,
Yeah,
no,
sure.
yeah, but. Okay,
Well, right now you only have 2, so,
so that would be,
That shows,
be
that
2.
shows the interest in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
If you're gonna split it up in 10 lots per agent, these 2, what are we gonna do at the other lot?
We'll split it in half.
If we got 4,
I don't know, I'm just,
how many lots do we have left?
I don't know.
Questions for you guys too, though.
Mhm.
Like, had you considered doing like any type of discount if somebody wants to buy adjoined lots? Because that's something you had considered, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, because right now they're 60,000 a piece, so,
Be brought to the board.
okay.
I mean,
Okay.
not saying yes, no,
Yeah,
or in
sure.
between, but obviously we
Okay.
wanna know about it. Then.
And negotiate.
And what is did you guys have like an expected timeline to get these things live?
Tomorrow,
Yesterday,
yesterday, yeah.
So, if you guys decide to go the multi-agent route, that's awesome. If that's something you guys decide is not in your best interest, if you see something I'm missing and you think it would be more advantageous to hire one, then I would love the opportunity to represent the Williston County Navigation District, for the sale of those lots through Port Mansfield Real Estate.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
Give
coming.
you guys these,
Yes.
so you can reference.
Be careful, if one buyer.
Thank you. Thank you.
One buyer wants to buy 3 lots. And one of them is sponsored by this realtor, but the other 2 are by that realtor.
Yeah,
Have us a mess.
that could be an issue.
That could be an issue.
We have another presentation.
Good morning, folks. Can you leave that here? My name's Elisa Canfield. I am a local in Fort Mansfield. So a local real estate agent is what I live for every day. I am so thankful to be here and have the opportunity to present myself and describe to you what my brokerage has to offer. I am just a real estate agent, so I also work under a broker who is out of Seguin, Texas. I'm honored to even have the opportunity to stand up here. With being a proud local, I rest my head in Port Mansfield at night and make my living there as well. And this is my 4th year in real estate, so I have learned to love the ups and downs of everything I've gone through. Real estate definitely keeps me on my toes. So I have learned to run a pretty tight ship with my business. I am the only one in my office, so I have to keep up with compliance, communication, tasks at hand on every transaction. Along with just my advertising and stuff that is nicely spelled out in my packet there, I also have my availability to offer. I don't have a full-blown family like Miss Megan does. I'm working on it, not quite there yet. But I do dedicate all of my time to work for the most part between real estate and VIX rentals. Keeps me going. Aside from availability and advertisement is my accountability. I'll stay in touch with you guys and give you all of the updates or lack thereof on every transaction that might cross our paths, roping in the leads and turning them into buyers. I really like the idea of doing multiple agents. My comment on that would be, I think you'd have exclusive agency for the separate lots so that you're designated to that lot. Mr. Gentleman here said that what happens if a person buys 2 lots and they're different agents? Well, they just get paid separately, but it's combined into the same lease. My office is in my home, so it doesn't close at 5 o'clock. It starts way before 8 o'clock as well. Keeps me up at night sometimes. But definitely dedicated is something I can describe myself as. Answering prospects all day long, questions, tire kickers, weeding them out, but turning them into real transactions is what I'm here for. This is what real estate agents are here for, is to be your advocate, to be your point of contact, really save you some time, but ultimately get that goal accomplished that you're looking for. I've tried to outline all of my senses of advertisement that my brokerage in my office offers, but of course, if there's any ideas or stuff that come up, I'm flexible. I'm always open to new ideas. Being in the beginning of my career, I definitely am always learning something every day, but I really appreciate the opportunity to stand up here. Do you guys have any questions for me by chance?
Then you have the same MLS through Bravo Realty.
Through Bravo Realty, yes. So the MLSs are RGV, South Texas, Central Texas. Those are the main ones primarily used in Port Mansfield. However, the more MLSs you're on, the more brokers and agents you're going to reach. Port Mansfield's getting more popular by the year, it seems like. So folks from San Antonio and Houston, those agents are getting on their MLS and seeing if there's by chance anything on the coast, and so they can find Port Mansfield through their personal MLS.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hey, just a quick question for you. So you feel comfortable having multiple realtors representing us?
So
Is that what I heard?
multiple realtors doesn't necessarily mean 2 realtors on the same or on the same lot. We're going to have exclusive right to sell listing agreements with 2 different agents with 2 separate lot numbers on each.
Okay,
But just depending on the lot, depends on who you talk to.
got it.
Well, we need to make a decision.
No, I think it,
We're looking forward to November 12th or November 10th. Sorry about that. Yeah, November 10th. So
I think originally when we discussed it, we're gonna hear there and then have a decision by the next board meeting.
Right, there's no action on this. This is just to hear whoever's interested.
Correct.
and our invitation letters that did end with we'll make a decision by November or something. So okay, we'll sit here and twiddle our fingers and stew for a little
Yeah.
while.
I thought it was December.
Yeah, different.
Should have been decided.
Oh, I might be speaking by saying November, my goal is September.
Meet again in the.
Okay.
Next meeting, okay.
But till then, start the new year off right.
There we go, there we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your time. Okay, next item, discussion and establishment of website posting protocol for the Port of Port Mansfield website. The reason this is on here is because there was some things that were posted on there, and we don't know who authorized to have them posted on there about Ron's resignation. And it wasn't 100% accurate.
Was that in the summaries where it was included?
I don't even know where it was posted at.
In the website?
Included on port updates, the minute.
Not the minutes, because the minutes are reserved for the
But
meeting.
it was there.
The issue, the thing with Ron, it wasn't in like the news updates. It was in the, like the personnel directory at the
Yeah.
top.
Wasn't there something about the minutes that were posted on?
That's another issue.
Yeah,
Yeah, so just let me address one, because I know I've been involved with many of this. One of the things that we wanted to do is not, obviously not to serve as minutes, but do a summary of the meeting, just highlights, you know. And I know there's a very thin line, or should I say a very thick line between the two, but it was never meant to be minutes.
yeah,
It
because the
was-
minutes
yeah.
are official.
Yeah, they're official. These were not meant to. And again, I mean, we're going to go through some hiccups in terms of how to best put this, where to put it, and so forth. But we wanted to summarize just an overview of the meeting with no official minute capacity or any of that stuff. And we're working through that. And so just for the record is, that's what we're trying to accomplish, is just, you know, after each meeting, just give a quick summary, kind of like when the newspaper does something, instead of the newspaper or whatever, putting something, it's, you know, these were some of the things that were discussed. And that was it.
You can't do the newspaper because they never get it right.
Exactly. Well, and that's the reason we wanted to do
Yeah.
something, because we wanted to make sure that
I
we
guess
got it right.
what we were getting at though is somebody needs to review that and approve it,
And-
make sure that it's correct.
Exactly. And in that process, because we don't have a director, that created that problem.
Right.
I think once we have a director, those are going to be his or her responsibilities to double check in those things.
You guys are the ones
Yeah.
that are authorizing all that stuff. So one of you need to approve it.
And we've, yeah.
You can approve it, make sure that.
And there's been times, and you know, I'm still work. I still have to
No,
go to
right.
work for this meeting. But there have been times where, you know, I may not have had the time to invest in it because it was just a busy week.
Yeah.
I know that when the port director is on board, then he or she will have that responsibility. But for now, we've met with Board of Affairs. We all agreed that we're going to cease any summaries of any meetings, and just kind of rethink how we would do,
Okay.
if anything, in the future.
You
So
know,
yeah,
The minutes are already out there, but they're not out there before they're approved by the board.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
I don't see any use for any summary.
So the reason
Yeah.
I brought this up is, for one thing, it indicated who voted for what, who made the motion.
Yeah.
That's minutes territory. Minutes are the official record of the proceedings of the board, which
And
entity drafts
yeah.
and then are approved.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, those hold up in court. Now, there's nothing wrong with like a press release in the news section that says,
exactly.
here's what the board talked
And
about.
that's what we were trying to
Well,
accomplish. Yeah.
that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine, but,
Yeah.
they need to,
Needs to go by Allison, especially when it
Well,
deals with something as sensitive.
I don't think it needs to go by me, not a
Well,
press
If you're
release.
dealing with somebody's resignation that we don't.
If it's an official
overstep
statement,
our-
Okay.
And actually, she's the one that contacted me and says, "Hey, have you all put something together? Because I think both of you had posted something." And I said, "Yeah, I'm working with Border Affairs on putting something to the resignation."
I didn't post anything.
Well, I think that's what you had stated, that you had,
No,
or somebody had
what I
posted
did
something.
state is after reading what was posted,
Uh-huh.
there were a couple of things that needed to be added. And so I gave that to let
And
you.
they added that.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Just substituted in, and it was practically the same, but for a couple of details.
Hopefully that's a rare occasion. We have to.
It was
Something like that.
probably an extremely rare occasion. Okay,
I mean,
Yeah.
they need to be checked for spelling typos.
exactly.
Because I've had-
Again, sometimes we get quite busy. And
Yeah.
that's where the director comes in.
Yeah.
Right. I think once the director's in place, this thing will work smooth.
But I mean, my name was spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Eric's was spelled wrong. Lefty's was spelled wrong. The year 2058 was referenced. I mean,
Yeah, and many times that comes, and we need to double check again, not having the time, not having a director. Many times it's recording, it's a transcript, and transcripts are gonna get names spelled wrong. It's just taking the time to do that. I think this was a one-time kind of a thing, situation.
Yeah,
I don't see it happening again.
okay.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure everybody's aware.
Absolutely.
All right. Presentation and update by Border Affairs LLC, a performance report and action items.
Yeah, thank you all. Good morning to each and every one of you, and thank you for your continued support in our efforts to keep showcasing your progressive nature of what decisions you're making here and the ambitions that you have. Last month or so, we've been very busy with some of the production of some of the videos that you'll be seeing soon, but just to get through a quick briefing, let me share with you on social media. We already have accounts on Facebook, Instagram, X. Those have been established, and we expect a LinkedIn also format once your director comes in. We're averaging 115,000 impressions every month. And those are specifically in neighboring ports, maritime industries, and South Texas municipalities. The Port of Port Mansfield website modifications are finally complete. The traffic to the website has been increased by 265% since our campaign started. And over 65% of this traffic is directly attributed to the Border Affairs work that we put together. Like I said, we've completed some video presentations that you'll be seeing here soon, and those are going to be excellent tools for conferences, for gatherings, for the website. Anybody who is interested to have a helicopter look at this port and what it's doing and where it's going, you're going to have those videos in here. We now have over 100 publications. We have pushed our message. We continue to push this message, including several industry publications, port business, transportation, shipping, and maritime interest. Again, over 100 publications where we send out all our media releases, all our press releases, and anything that we put together. So keep that in mind. And we'll be here next month to give you those video presentations. You can take a look at those. That's all I have for you. And that's it.
Mr. Gatsa, can we spend time reaching out to our state legislatures as well? I know they read this stuff because I've gotten word back that they're looking, but try to tie in with Austin, making sure that we're in the forefront of their views, so that we keep some type of connection with them as we go through this. Tomorrow we may need something else from them, and they know that we exist. They're, just try to connect with them directly, as opposed to just indirectly with the media stuff that you put out.
I've been doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly, and so have I.
Yeah.
But if our public relations aspect can take some time, and I know you've been visiting them, but so that we can get a direct connection with state legislatures, even at the federal level, so that tomorrow if we need something, and I'm repeating myself, if we need something, we're in their radar screen.
Absolutely. That's part of the part of the scope here is outreach into whoever is building policy or trying to build policy here in your area, in your community. There is actually a factor involved that there needs to be a connection or an association, a partnership, whatever you want to call it. So it's part of our scope. We'll be doing that. The local elections got out of the way, so we have more scope to talk about what you're doing here other than policies that are trying to get passed through.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. Number one, my constituents are excited to finally hear and read about Port Mansfield and what that means to them, because again, they are part of the Willoughby County Navigation District jurisdiction. So thank you for spreading that word of what our mission is, what we're trying to do and so forth. The second part is also, again, I'm going to go back to the legislators. We passed a resolution, make sure that they get it, make sure that they have it on file, that they're aware of what our purpose is.
I agree,
Yeah,
1,000%.
okay.
And
Thank
I
you,
think
sir.
You have a valuable tool in that resolution. It clearly defines your intent here, and it clearly sets out a light, a beacon that says, this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're hoping that we see eye to eye.
So this hundred
Publications.
so tell me about, you just sent a letter to them or they actually published something in 100 different publications?
No. What happens is, we send out, it's actually, it's spread that over 800 publications, which means when you put out a press release, it goes, imagine. Nationwide. And so what happens is 100 of those have taken notice, 100 of those have captured the information.
So 100 of them have printed our information.
100 of them have accepted it, and 100% have looked at it, have either looked at it, downloaded it.
Oh,
so-
100 of them have clicked on it.
That's correct.
Okay. So we don't know how many of them, good, bad, or ugly, wanted to use it, didn't want to use it.
Everything is out there, and everything, that's first start to get yourself out there, and once you get past that, then you get past it, you go into the consideration stage. But you start out in this way.
How long is that consideration stage normally?
Everybody's different.
I know
Everyone,
that, but I mean-
everything is so different now. The economic changes, the climate of port activity rises and slows down at any given point. I won't be able to answer.
Okay, so you sent these out, but so far done nothing for it.
Well, I'll tell you what, before Ron left, he mentioned there was a communication from the Port of Houston out here saying, thank you for sending me this. Thank you for allowing me to look at what's going on over there. If there's anything we can do for you, we can make those connections. Of course, Ron's not here to say those things.
I remember that.
There was also 2 hits from the Eastern continents, from Eastern Asia. They were looking at our website and they made some clicks on those.
You know, I think he sent an
So-
email.
It's a big, it's the first month, and I think it's a success when you have another port calling you over and saying, good job out there. What else can we help you out? Or can we do something? That's your measure.
There's a very strong video that I know Port of Harlingen put out in terms of a meeting that they had, and it was quite interesting to view. I think I'll forward it and share it because I think Port Harlingen is being very proactive in promoting their port and what the future holds for ports.
I agree. Yeah, and it's very instrumental. Like I said, made an impact at Port of Harlingen. You're going to see similar parallel type of showcases on your behalf once we finish these videos, and they're complete. We just need to just touch them up.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me. All right, next item, consideration to approve task order 6 with CSRS Engineering for the bulkhead repair project. And I think everybody got emailed a copy of this.
Yeah.
We had a in-person meeting with TxDOT, CSRS, Russell Marine, last week. And trying to get up to date on what's really going on with these tiebacks. So I know Allison's been working, trying to get with Reiner and with Ferris and Flynn to see what their responsibility is going to be for covering the cost of this. That's still in process, right? Okay. But basically what they're wanting to do is engineer the tiebacks. And, it cost us $60,000 for the engineering.
Gonna cost us?
Well,
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, well,
That's the price, but
that's what their engineering fees are gonna be now. Reiner and Ferris and Flint are gonna have some skin in this. I mean,
mhm,
we shouldn't be responsible for paying for it.
exactly.
We know they have insurance and they're bonded, so, hopefully it goes pretty smooth as far as their insurance paying for it. Is that correct, Allison?
Time factor.
Yeah, it's a time factor. And so here's what we're up against. If we don't get the engineering done, that project's not gonna move forward. Then you start getting penalized by TxDOT. Basically what happens. So, I guess the purpose for this is to approve the $60,000 to get the engineering started. And, we don't want to hold up the project. You know, they're working on what we call phase 2. And, so they're making progress over there. I've got a meeting tomorrow with, the project superintendent, Aaron. And, I'm gonna go over and look and see. But from what I understand, the, process for pouring the concrete was not done properly. It's all contaminated. But the big question is how did the engineering firm sign off on it if it wasn't done properly?
So what is our, I agree, we need to keep it rolling. But what is our, chance of recouping this 60,000 through the insurance bonds from these other people that were responsible for it?
Well, that's what we're working on.
Okay.
I mean, they're responsible for it.
Correct.
There's no doubt about that. In fact, I got a letter from Ferris and Flynn from Carlos where he's already approached them and they agreed to come out and repair them. But CSRS is like, they would have to approve their repair. And they don't think that if they didn't do it right the first time, what makes you think they're going to do it right the second time? That's their attitude. And I kind of agree with that. I mean, they're going to be the ones going to have to warranty all this.
Mhm.
So they should be the ones that actually do the repair. But that's where you get to where, well, we offered to come out and do it and y'all said, no, but we're not going to pay for it. Well, that's where legal comes in. So, but they are aware of the problem. But our dilemma now is to get the engineering going and so we can continue on with the project.
Stay within the time frame.
Yeah. And I feel pretty confident we'll get reimbursed for this and the construction cost.
Okay. What I wanted to hear.
So,
All right.
you know, we kind of got this dumped on us. So I'm trying to work through it as fast as we can and try to make
Sure.
the right decisions for the board and for the court. But, we have an in-person meeting with them every month.
Okay.
And we have Zoom meetings, I think every 2 weeks or.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 2 weeks we have a Zoom meeting, which I don't
Once a month, face to face.
get much out of a Zoom meeting, you know, I'd rather have everybody sitting here so we can ask the questions and really the CSRS and Russell Marine and TxDOT both, they understand our situation. They've been very helpful.
Okay.
And they know what we're going through financially and, they're trying to do whatever they can to help us.
Okay, good.
So this is going to be a big project for me. This is going to be almost every day. So, but I don't mind doing it until we get somebody else that can take it.
Appreciate your time. All right. So this is an action item. So are we approving that we,
You don't have to take any action.
no action on this one? What about the 60,000 to get it
Oh.
going?
It's an action, yeah. And we need to approve that.
Okay,
So one motion,
And we're gonna recoup this, hopefully.
hopefully, yes. Yeah. I mean, we know they're bonded and insured, so.
We gotta go through it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but it may be
that we
a year and
don't.
a half, 2 years.
And this is just a small part of it. And once they start construction, hopefully we have this resolved with Reiner and Ferris and Flynn to where they're gonna pick up the cost for this, because you're talking about $600,000 or $700,000 to fix it. It's not a cheap fix.
Mhm.
High is
90.
918.
Yeah. And I don't know where they came up with that number, because it was 600 last time, so. But we'll get all that straightened out in the next meeting. But the big task right now is getting with Reiner and with Ferris and Flynn and see what their responsibilities are gonna be. And I know Allison's already working on that.
Make the motion to approve 60,000 for engineering.
All right, motion made by Commissioner Kendrick,
I'll second that.
second made by Commissioner Trevino. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carried. All right, next item, consideration and adoption of updated WCND administrative job descriptions. Executive Port Director, Lease Clerk, Administrative Assistant, Accounts Receivable, Billing Clerk, and Port Superintendent. I don't like that clerk.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean,
These ladies are more than clerks.
yeah, what Letty, I mean, nothing wrong with being a clerk at all, but what
No.
Letty and what you do is at a level commensurate with the different titles, so.
I think you changed that, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, and of course, we're kind of working as far as, formalizing what they do.
Yeah.
What our expectations of them have been. Did ask them to take a look, of course, make sure that what I had accurately reflected what it is they do. And I think they both responded to me and said they looked good. I don't have the one for Frank Vasquez yet. That'll have to come at a subsequent meeting. But as far as these two go, I will add one thing to you. Regarding the executive port director, I made a few additions last night. They're highlighted in yellow, otherwise it was exactly the same. And simply this was reflecting some specifics that were in Ron's job description included with his previous contracts. They're pretty minor, but like I said, they're highlighted in yellow. Otherwise, everything is exactly the same as when I submitted it to you. I think it was last Friday.
There a residency requirement?
No. Not at this time.
Now these, I think you meant small craft basin, right? Not small.
Oh, you're probably right.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey,
Sorry about that.
So item B is lease clerk administrative assistant. Is that,
His position?
is that Letty's position? Is that,
That's what the old title. Of course, the new titles wouldn't come in until you approved these.
and is the new title administrative account receivable and leasing specialist?
Correct.
Okay,
That's what I'm
Got it.
proposing.
okay, sounds good.
I like that.
Mhm. Hey, is there a way to shorten the job title?
Yeah, I know.
What's your title? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah. I know, it's long.
I mean, that's, I know that's,
Administrative specialist.
Yeah, but she handles leasing and
The administrative.
It can be a subtitle.
administrative specialist, and then the description is to do all these things.
leasing and administrative.
Yeah.
functions.
Mm.
That doesn't sound right.
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, the impulse is to describe what he or she does in the title. The title is one thing, the description of what they do is in the job description.
Yeah, the thing is that what Letty does covers so many different bases. You know, usually you've
And
got
we can put those in the job description.
a couple of people, right? I guess the point is to have the title reflect what it is she does to the best of our.
Well,
Okay.
not necessarily. I mean, I'm project director and I go do 10,000 things and it's project director. Everything else falls under that on my job description. So if we just going with the flow here, if we put administrative specialist and then the job description, we obviously have described what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Versus describing what she does in both areas. Somewhat.
So you're not keen on
The paragraph job title? No.
administrative and leasing
That's just
No,
long.
it's too long.
specialist.
Yeah.
Administrative.
Or maybe administrative leasing specialist, if you want to, and that includes. everything.
Yeah, because I mean,
Administrative leasing
Administrative leasing.
specialist.
and really, I mean, the title is administrative accounts receivable and leasing specialist, but we can shorten it. I think administrative specialist is too narrow. She does a whole lot.
About administrative and leasing specialist.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because administrative encumbers everything
Yeah,
else.
covers
Yeah.
accounts receivable and all that.
We could even include leasing. But I'm all right with
Yeah.
administrative/leasing specialist. Okay. And those are the two we're considering.
Yeah, I'm the director of finance and human resources. That's
and
Where's that? Where's that?
director. Oh,
Usually those are two separate,
Exactly.
two
That's why
separate,
these are so
yeah,
long, because they're such different, they wear such different hats, right?
yeah.
Which
That's
most,
right.
in other places may not be the case.
Now, again, going back to shortening the title, do we have to include for Willis? I mean, who else would it be for?
No, we don't.
Okay, so let's scratch that and
You
that.
don't need any of that on there, really.
Yeah. Director of Finance and Human Resources, period.
Yeah. Works.
On certificates and licenses, would we require? I don't know, it's even, if even it exists, is there any accounting licenses or any of that kind of stuff that goes with that job responsibility? Not really, right?
No,
Agree.
Not a degree.
Yeah.
Okay.
For human
That's-
resources, when it says reports to executive board director, would she kind of also report to, with this position, also report to the board? If there's like a certain situation that
Well,
requires.
should go through the chain of command.
Yeah, only
Unless it's against the port.
board director.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
To kind of to cover that.
like the grievance policy,
'Cause
you know, if a
Yeah.
grievance is against the port director by somebody who is under the port director, then
Mhm.
yeah, it would skip that.
Yeah.
So, but as far as general chain of command, as far as
Yeah.
being hired,
that,
supervision, that would be port director.
correct.
Because you all are not administrators,
Mm-mm.
you're
Yeah.
legislators, so.
And the exception to that rule would be if, but that would be noted in the grievance policy.
It would go, in regards to that, it would go directly to the chair.
Right.
Then the
Correct.
chair would bring it up to the
Correct.
board.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
yeah, but I'm talking about just general
But that's in the
general chain of command.
that's in the,
grievance policy,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the job description. Okay, all right. So those are the three that we're considering, right?
yeah, these three,
Okay,
which I think are really good.
Yeah.
well, I move that we accept them
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Trevino,
I said,
with changes
second
made.
by Commissioner Cavazos, all in favor?
with the changes on the.
With the
With
changes.
changes. Yeah.
All right, motion carried. Making progress.
Yeah, we're moving forward,
Yeah.
forward,
Process, man.
forward moving. I love it.
I've got a question.
Okay. I don't care, bring it. Next item, report on November 7th through 9th, 2025, Willacy County Youth Deer Hunts.
First time, past weekend, we had 10 individuals. And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 people from Willacy County out of 10.
Yeah,
Good.
Awesome.
it's a good hunt.
We have one from Port Mansfield.
Excellent.
So there was 13 deer harvested. So that was good turnout.
I was able to attend and it was actually very well organized. We had several youth from Raymondville that attended, yeah. And they learned about conservation, safety, and it was a good experience for them. They were all first-time hunters, which was,
This is a really good program.
it really is. And I actually got to see the backside of Port Mansfield, which I hadn't seen. I kind of, you kind of just see the harbor and
Right.
you go fishing, but to see the actual the wildlife, and there was turkey going down the road and it was so beautiful. Yeah, it was a really neat experience.
We need to clarify one thing. Obviously, there are some decisions made to fund some of these kids.
Some Willacy County kids.
Yeah. That was supposed to be brought up in October. It was supposed to be brought up in October meeting.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't brought up, yeah. the meetings are-
Yeah, run,
Fine.
yeah. So the plan was,
No, let me finish.
okay,
We had one individual that didn't get, she had to pay her way.
they didn't pay their way.
Pardon me?
They didn't pay their way?
They had to.
Oh, they had to
Hey.
pay. Oh,
Out of their pocket, their way.
Did they come in late or did they?
No,
No,
no.
so they should get reimbursed. From my understanding, they were gonna get reimbursed.
Okay, that's
So-
what I want.
yeah, yeah.
Because we made
Thing.
They were gonna get.
made the decision to use the money from harvesting the nail guides to fund this program.
Right.
I think we ought to pay for every kid that goes out there. I don't think they ought to have anything on it. We got $19,000 out of the hard.
So Willis,
Every kid from Willacy County, because I know they give them priority. Any kid from Willacy County, they get priority to get,
Supposed
to
to,
get, yeah, they're supposed to get priority. So I would say every kid from Willacy County
Oh, absolutely.
get paid.
I'm okay with that.
and that's fine, but here's the thing, my understanding is it's 130 or 135,
Mm-hmm.
what you pay.
135, and then plus the
So
35
why
for
don't we
the,
give them two?
I don't know, that's what I didn't understand. I know it was 135 plus the 35 for the membership. So I don't know, but I don't think that was included. 'Cause you have
Man,
to pay-
It's immaterial, but we just need to have a policy,
Yeah,
what we're gonna do that's agreed upon by the board, not one or two or three people.
got it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, great.
Yeah, again, I think that was a conversation with Ron and he says, yeah, we can do this.
It was a
I
sponsorship.
agree. Let's put it on the agenda and have it.
Y'all, however y'all want it
Yeah.
to be, it's fine. We just need.
We need to put that on the agenda next month or,
I don't know, we're in the middle of it.
We're in the middle of it. I would say for next year.
yeah, I mean, I think
Next year,
we're.
Yeah, so are we gonna continue just to pay for the Willacy County kids that are for this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
How many more hunts are left?
There's 9.
9 left?
There's gonna be 50 hunters, 10 have been at boot,
Mhm.
there's 40 more to go.
But I do think we need to clarify with that 200, because that was kind of weird, that it was 200.
Yeah.
213.
So there's 9 more hunts? Más o menos?
Yeah, there's 10 hunts altogether. This was the first hunt.
Did they revise the dates or?
Thank you.
Oh, I have a copy of them too.
They're,
I know I looked into the website last time.
November, 21st through 23rd, December 12 through 14, January 2 through 4, January 9 through 11.
Really? When did they redo them? Because she sent me an email on Thursday of last week. And she had November 21st to
I
22nd,
got some.
December 13th through the 14th, January 2nd through the 3rd, and January 9th through the 10th. Well, that weekend, the January 9th weekend. Are those the same ones?
Well, when you say 9 through 10,
It's
that's
9th through the 11th, yeah.
right.
Yeah. Okay, they're the same. Just because I'm gonna share it on my social media.
I would think y'all would get Border Affairs, put that on our website.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Here, why not?
I had, but I think they were waiting for that protocol. They had, I had already reached out to them, but I wanted to make sure as far as the sponsorship, I didn't want to put that out there until we had discussed it. So we're
And-
waiting for that.
And they gather at the Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yes,
That building?
really, really neat program.
I have a full set of 3Ds and archery equipment that I might see if I can go and
No archery.
so no. It's practice, target shooting.
To have something to do,
Something for the kids
Yeah.
to do.
because they did have fishing. They did get to fish at
Yeah.
night. It was really, it
I've
was,
seen pictures of them catching some fish.
Yeah. So let me look at the dates and Parks and Wildlife got me the whole equipment. I wouldn't mind setting it up. I think kids would enjoy target shooting those deers, turkeys and coyotes and so forth.
yeah.
Okay.
So no action taken on.
No, there's no
we're
action.
gonna
It's just
support
an
'em
update.
Financial,
But we'll,
put it for next year.
Yeah.
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 I
So
mean,
from here on out, what do we do?
it's just an update on the last one. We can put it on another agenda. When you guys get your agenda request forms, submit it, but I've also got a note to myself that this is something that needs to go on another agenda to talk about sponsorships and other details.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Including shooting animals.
especially.
Harvesting, it's harvesting,
Yeah.
and they get to take the meat home. They're gonna eat it.
That's a great program.
Mhm.
All right, any other discussion on that?
No.
Just to be clear, when the 21st of November comes and they have another hunt, we're not sponsoring any of those people.
I thought we were.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
Okay,
Why not?
because it was never voted on, remember?
I thought it was.
That
already
was
decided.
between you and Ron.
I thought it was already.
Well,
decided.
actually, yeah.
I thought it was already decided.
I thought we agreed in one of the
Yeah.
meetings to take the money that from
We
the,
did agree to support it with the money from the
Right.
real guy, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
but there's no stipulation about how we're gonna do it. I mean, you wanna just let's just send them a check, $17,000 and be done with it,
No.
or.
Okay.
I'm saying,
Yeah, I understand.
I'm not trying to throw a wrench in here, but if we're gonna do it, let's do it for everybody. Let's only do it for Litzy kids. Let's only do it every third time,
How many sponsors-
whatever.
I said, well, it's-
Look at this one coming up, how many sponsorships would there be?
It depends who,
It's whoever- whoever-
who registers.
Yeah,
It may be,
one, maybe.
I think this is the first time we actually have this many
Right. Well, this money to do it with.
or money to do it. Yeah.
I mean, I would like to continue to sponsor them. I was gonna
Well,
reach out to her.
Was already
Scouts.
allocated, you know,
Yeah.
from the.
The money was allocated when
You don't have
we
to-
decided to use.
You know me, I'm in. I just want it known what we're gonna do.
So can we just continue on for this?
See everybody. Is that what y'all wanna do?
No, Willacy County.
Willacy
people.
County,
Yeah, they-
Willacy County, yeah, Willacy County.
I don't know.
Cause if that's 200. Yeah, I would say Willacy County.
What are we gonna do with the other $19,000?
Well,
can
you
use-
said that in the past,
Mhm.
you know. Actually, when it was brought up with Neil Guy,
Right. We approved it.
Mhm.
you know.
I was the one that made the motion that we
Right.
use that money to
Fund, yeah.
Fund.
The children.
the hunt.
Yeah.
Meaning if they needed corn, they need food, they need a
Right.
place to stay or whatever, we'd try and help them out.
It was a very broad
Yeah.
authorization,
Right.
so that's how I read it.
So everybody then, I did. Y'all need to decide, so.
Hey, for the sake of just, let's just do it.
Just do it.
Let's just do it this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can change it next year.
Do it.
Let's just continue on.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Call it.
Yep.
Call her off,
All right.
let them know not to charge anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send
The next
them-
year, they can come and
Yeah.
hunt more.
No, I like that. It was a good program. I liked it. Yes.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
I was
Excellent.
impressed with everybody, even the volunteers that came out and helped. I was so impressed with everything.
Okay.
We can make that a motion?
Well, you don't
No?
really.
No.
As I see it, you don't need
Continue.
It's not even an action item. So.
approval of support
It's
at
been
the
the-
previous meeting, so.
Okay.
yes.
All right, next item, discussion, possible action regarding transfer of leases. You have a copy of that in front of you.
Any issues or any?
Very few this month. I guess since we're talking about leases, we got approval on the easements from to take 5 foot off that one side, and then I think the navigation district's gonna give them 10 foot on the other side. So that gives them plenty of room to build on those center sections.
That's good.
These transfers,
We'll,
any?
we'll need to revise our plat. Or put it in the deed restrictions. Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, for Eastport. We'll put it in the restrictions, and that way we don't have to redraw everything. I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary here.
I move that we accept the lease transfers as presented.
Right. Motion is made by Commissioner Trevino, second by Commissioner Reyes. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
We approve building authorization?
Thank you.
I
That's,
don't know
that's,
how we do that.
yeah, I mean, just to review, but it was
Well-
never an action item.
Yeah.
For the, is this mine?
Yeah.
You have time?
Want to revise this last section.
Yeah.
Because you got
I've seen it.
discussion, and then you got review, and then you have another review and consideration. And you have another review and consideration. Of course, checks and vouchers is different, but we need to simplify that a little bit.
For the building authorization?
Yeah, we have two items, 12 and 13 are.
Yeah,
We have 2 12s. We have 12.
actually, 12, 12, and 13.
It stuttered.
What happened?
Yeah.
We got two 12s.
We need to review and edit these things, Harry.
Yeah. I'll get with Allison. We'll work on that. Rewriting some of that, so it's a little simpler to understand.
Can put them all in one.
Yeah. So we need a motion to accept that.
No, not for the transfers. I mean, not for the building authorization.
An action item.
Yeah, so move.
All right. Motion made by Commissioner Trevino,
Second.
second by Commissioner Reyes. All in favor? Motion carried. Review and discussion on building authorizations issued for the month of October 2025. Motion made by Commissioner Trevino, second by Commissioner Cavazos. All in favor?
Yeah.
Carried. Review and consideration of residential, commercial transfer leases, both stall leases, transfers, and collateral transfer of leases. I don't know if
See,
there's any.
votes on leases.
None.
Have any?
No.
Yeah.
Only, actually, very few transfers. That's getting that time of the year
Yeah.
too.
Get some vouchers, all right.
Did you motion?
But there's nothing to prove.
Yeah, it's an action item.
Okay.
That's why I say we need to simplify
All
that.
right, yeah, okay, I'll move.
All right. Motion made by Commissioner Trevino, by Commissioner Cavazos. All in favor?
Aye.
Right, motion carried. Now the important one. Review and consideration of checks and vouchers. Any discussion or comments on monthly budget report?
I really want to know where we are.
That's good.
Yeah, and I know we don't have a director, but, and can somebody tell me how we're doing? Other than what I see here, I'm talking more about, cash flow, are we up to current to payments, just in general.
Virginia? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping up with this much because I got plenty of.
You got your hands full on the other stuff, right? Hey, Virginia,
I
just, we're in the section of checks and vouchers and,
Just a little overview.
yeah,
Give it to.
Yes.
So what is it that you need?
no, just give us and I know this is on the spot kind of stuff, but this is an opportunity to share with us how we're doing in general. You know,
Okay, so basically, we have two pending transactions, which is application 7 and 8 for Russell Marine. And, of course, we did receive the reimbursement for 5 and 6. And we'll be having a meeting this afternoon regarding, that payment. Okay, so.
and you sent us an email to that effect, right?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
did.
okay. And I think that's important for the public to know that we're being reimbursed,
Yes.
and that,
And that amount's gonna, is going towards the line of credit.
We'll be able to pay down some on our line of credit.
Yes.
Do we have anything else that's coming out?
No, we don't. We
And-
don't.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah,
clarify that.
I just want to make sure that if we're visiting with the financial institutions, that they don't tell us what to pay. We make that decision and we want to pay off.
Contract been signed.
Okay, so that's what I want to know.
We found the lease agreement.
The lease agreement?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So if we take 100,000 and we get reimbursed 100,000, we can pay 100,000 off that.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I mean.
What it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I want to make sure that
Well,
we
that,
do
it keeps us from paying interest.
exactly.
That's
Okay.
very,
It's just for a couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah.
8% adds
Okay.
up quick.
So I just want to make sure that we are meeting those requirements and then we're paying off when we get
Yeah.
money come in reimbursement.
Yeah.
So you said we have
Yes,
two payments, two reimbursements that
pending.
came in
two, yes, two
And then
that
you-
came in and two that are pending.
and two that are pending. Ah, okay.
Yes.
Two pending. Okay. Aside from that, in terms of ordinary expenditures, anything out of the ordinary?
No. No. Usual invoices that come in on a monthly basis, nothing different. We will be having money coming in, Letty build out her boat stalls, so that money is slowly coming in, so that's gonna help us out a bit. She'll be invoicing again towards the end of the month.
Commercial
Her
leases.
Commercial leases, the commercial leases. I think they're the semi. Annual?
Everything.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Both semi and annual leases. So that's gonna give us some
Yeah.
So
breathing room.
in your view, are we okay with cash flow?
At this time, I would say so. I mean, we've been better, but I think we'll be okay.
Head above water?
It's getting better
Yes.
as we get caught up
Now-
on these payments
Yes.
for text dot. You know, that flow is starting to get pretty regular now, about every 30 to 32 days.
Okay.
So that's really helping. The biggest problem is we have to pay the contractor before we can even submit for payment. So,
Cost reimbursement.
yeah,
Mhm.
and that's what the line of credit's for.
Yep.
And that's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pay back the line of credit, but then we're gonna have to go back and borrow to go ahead and
The other
pay
ones, correct.
those
Yeah,
payments.
it's,
Yes, and then once we get reimbursed, it
That's
goes
what
right
the
back
bank's
to them.
requiring us to do.
Yeah.
They, they want you to pay down on it even if
And
it's
that's
just
what
for a
we
day or
should be
two.
doing.
Yeah.
Yes,
makes sense.
I just want to make sure we're doing that.
yes, that's what we're gonna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We won't drop it on to you next time.
No, just.
Thanks for doing that.
Any other questions? We'll need a motion to accept that.
Move to accept.
Made by Commissioner Reyes. Second by Commissioner Cavazos, all in favor? Motion carried. And we are adjourned.
To adjourn?
We found.